All right, we are now moving on to demonstration problem 9.1 requirement F. So if we come back up here, F is looking at calculating our stock market ratios. So what stock market ratios are going to do is they're going to compare your earnings and your dividends. So we're going to start with earnings per share. So your earnings per share is looking at your net earnings available for common stock. So we get our net earnings available for common stock. All right, so when we talk about your net earnings available for common stock, let's come back up here where we've got a little bit more room. So earnings per share. Got our net earnings available for common stock. So when you're dealing with both preferred stock and common stock, the way you find that is that you're going to take your net income and you're going to subtract your preferred dividends. Okay. If you don't have any preferred dividends, this top part just becomes your net income. So but that's only if you don't have preferred stock in the company. All right, so net earnings available for common stock. And then what we do with that is we take that and divide it by our average number of common stock shares outstanding. So again, we talked about common stock shares outstanding. That just means that it's the number of stocks that we have that the company doesn't own. So we know our net income, but let's go back up and see what we have in our common stock and our stockholders' equity, because it's not in our income statement, because that's our revenues and our expenses. So common stock, we've got $5 par stock. Doesn't look like we have any preferred stock, so our top part is just going to be our net income, which we know our net income for year 2 is $65,000, and for year 1 it's $47,100. We then have to find our average common stock shares outstanding. So we come back up here. We know that we have $5 par common stock, and we have $130,000 worth of investment. So to figure out how many total outstanding shares we have to look at the dollar amount and the dollar that we brought in. So we simply take that 130,000 and divide it by 5. Whoops. Hit the wrong button, sorry. So 130 divided by 5. And when we do that, we find that we have 26,000 shares outstanding. And that didn't change between the years. So your earnings per share, when you do the division, should come out to $2.50 and $1.81. So your earnings per share has definitely gone up. You might also see this written as EPS, and this is typically one of the most common ratios you look at when looking for your return on or looking at your stock market ratios. And that is earnings per share.